Hello Internet, Broken here. In this video we're going to have a look at the weapons that are shown in the videos and some screenshots that I've pulled from various sources, and we're also going to have a quick talk about some of the developer comments and some hidden bits of information lying around on the official pages. It's going to be a quick one, so let's just get right into it. Okay, so let's go into the weapons. So we've got rifles. In that we've got an SA-80A2, a Mark 14, a M4 or M16 and an AK-47. For the SMGs, an Uzi and an MS5 it's labelled as, but it's an MP5. Shotguns, there's an Ithaca 37, there's a sawn-off shotgun in one of the artworks, and in the other pieces of artwork there is an unknown long barrel shotgun, or maybe even it's a lever action rifle, I'm not quite sure. Then sniper rifles, the other one we've seen is in the E3 trailer, and this is possibly a HK417 which has had a large muzzle brake put on it, bipod and a scope. But it was bolt action, so I'm not quite sure on that. Then pistols, there's the PPM, and for melee, okay, this is quite interesting. There is a machete in one of the boots in the artwork. However, on some of the screenshots, I thought it was a machete at first, but it's quite long. It goes from his waist all the way up to his shoulders and his head. It looks a little bit more like a sword than a machete, so we could be seeing swords. And then projectiles, we've got grenades, Molotovs, probably smoke grenades, but we've not seen anything yet. Now, when I was looking through the screens, I noticed that there were multiple versions of the AK-47. I decided to look a little bit deeper into this, and this is pure speculation because the weapon skin could change some of these options, but there are a load of customization options. It looks like we can change the stock, the sights, rail attachments, the handguard, the barrel, the muzzle, and the pistol grip. This is backed up a little bit by the post on the new forums. So here you can see that using the world currency bits, you can buy, sell and trade everything from clothing to weapons and attachments. So attachments are definitely in there and you can definitely trade them, and there's going to be a lot of them by the sounds of it. You can trade them. Also on the same page, it also mentions weapon kits. I think these are called kits on purpose because they contain the individual parts of a weapon, which is like that crazy handguard that's on the AK in the background right now. I also took a look at the Improbable website, and on there is a Mavericks blog post. Within that I did notice a quite interesting line, and it says there will also be progression systems as well as perks and customization options. I know it's quite broad, but I think the customization options encompasses all of these attachments as well as the skins for your player and the weapons. Oh yeah, it did also say progression systems and perks. So let's take a look at the UI to see if we can notice anything that might be related to the perks. So look in the lower left corner and we can see that there is a player's remaining box that goes down after each kill, a kill counter that goes up after each kill, a live map, there's an empty box, and these two arrows. Now I think you can only have one perk active at a time, and that perk is a passive perk. Perhaps in the BR mode you only get the unlimited sprint perk, which is what I think this is. Now in the box below I'm going to have to speculate, but on the forum I did come across an interesting section, and yep, the last line says drone customization and progression. Now I think in the BR mode this will be restricted, and that's why it's off in the gameplay, but I think in this slot this is an active perk that you can use, and it's one of which a drone could fit in. But what do you think it's for? And if we look on the right hand side, there are two icons next to the weapons. We've got a H with a what looks like a medpack symbol, so I think you can heal yourself with medpacks. We've got a tab button, and I think that is just a backpack, that's to go into UI. And then underneath the weapons and the ammo there is an armor box, so you can also get armor in the game. Okay, let's go on the extra bits that I found and then we'll wrap the video up. What I did, I looked at some of the quotes that the developers have pulled out, and there's some interesting parts. So first of all, we'll talk about anti-cheat. So for the anti-cheat, they have a new way of doing it which is more effective than the current games and the third-party anti-cheat software that's out there. It was talked about briefly at GDC, but they can effectively recreate what each player is doing on their servers and run it through some sophisticated algorithms to detect various forms of cheating. This is good news. What's even better news is vehicles are confirmed. Yep, so these two quotes here, they talk about the cool audio tech for the car, engine sounds, horns, etc. And they're also trying to work out how they're going to be implemented, so they might not be usable in the BR mode, or they might be, but not into certain areas. Oh, even better news, there is going to be a shooting range in the capital. This means you can test out your newly modded weapons, and hopefully you can do it with your friends as well. Oh yeah, also emotes are in the game. So I'm going to wrap this up. Make sure if you like this, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, yeah? And I'll see you in the next one.